Are you a good sport?
For sure.
Do you have a pitch for how to convert those Monster Hunter fans into playing Split Fiction?
You will play something, especially an ending that you have not seen in a video game.
How would you describe the ending without spoiling it?
You know, fucking shit up in the right Hazelight way.
Do you think it's possible that you will ever release a bad game?
I don't think so, no. It's not possible.
Would you be honest though and you'd tell us about it ahead of time?
Yeah, but it wouldn't happen.
You seem like a cold plunge kind of guy.
I am. How the did you know?
You just feel
It's
like that.
weird. I love Cold Plunge.
Is Split Fiction going to be a launch game for the Switch too?
Ooh! You almost got me there, man. We'll see what happens.
Split Fiction's characters, Mio and Zoe, are named after your daughters, right?
For sure, yeah.
So when It Takes Two came out, did your son, Dr. Hakeem the book, have a tough time?
What? No.
So it seems like the number one complaint about It Takes Two was the book. You're now just making the entire next game all about books, just as a big you to everybody who complained about the book?
Don't blame Hakeem. He's a really cool. He's just a bit misunderstood.
Tell me you feel it, huh?
If you take a really close look at him, he's a really lovable character.
We looked at him for like 15 hours, man. I don't know. I think the jury's in.
I think he's very misunderstood sometimes.
What does Keeley typically say to you backstage before the Game Awards? Is he like, hey, go out there and be wild, but not too wild? Or what's the message?
Some of the producers around there are a bit nervous. The teleprompt for me is always empty, and I love it. I don't like to plan, you know.
Does PR have good dental coverage just for grinding their teeth all the time?
I think they should, yeah. It's good to be a little bit nervous, you know, because that's what it's about. You never know what's going to happen next. It's like playing our games. They're like that.
So Split Fiction, they're writers and then they get trapped in a simulation of their work, right?
They're trapped in their simulation, yes.
Okay, is it a thing like if they die in the simulation, they die in real life?
No, not really.
So is it like an Alan Wake situation where they can write and kind of change reality with what they're writing as they go?
Not really. No, you can't do that, no.
Do you have a message for the baby boys out there that don't want to play a game that stars two women? Meh.
Then I'd say Brothers was two guys, A Way Out two guys. It Takes Two, one guy, one girl, and now we have two girls. So it would be only guys in a Hazelight game. That wouldn't make sense, guys. And it's also my two daughters. Don't forget that.
In the sci-fi levels, can you always use your grapple, or is it only certain levels?
No, the grapple is a part of the core movement. It's always there.
In the fantasy levels, you're like shape-shifting throughout all of them?
No, only one of them. Man, this is Hazelight. We f*** up in every level.
Did you have a eureka moment when you came up with that? All right, we f*** up, and you write it on the whiteboard. This is our mantra.
It's always the Hazelight mantra. Been there since day one.
What are your three favorite movies of all time?
Barry Lyndon by Stanley Kubrick. The Matrix. Oh, it's hard. Maybe E.T., I don't know.
Are you fascinated by this genre because you're actually two kids in a trench coat?
No.
Are there separate difficulties for each player?
No, we wouldn't do that. That would feel weird.
What percentage of the game is played from like a side perspective, kind of the 2D platformer perspective?
10% or something? Not even that, you know.
What level in Split Fiction had the most revisions?
The ending. Toughest one for sure.
It's the biggest, most elaborate.
The stuff I can guarantee you haven't seen in a game like this before. So yeah, I know I'm cocky, man, but you will see. I'm going to look at you, how you react when you play it, and you're going to say, Josef was right.
You think that pinball part is too hard in this game?
No, it's not, actually.
Are you ruling out DLC for the game?
For sure, yes.
Are there any tears, any crying in Split Fiction?
Yes, there will be tears.
How long to beat the game?
Around It Takes Two, 12 to 14 hours. Depends if you do all the side content.
How many hours is that adding?
I don't know, it's still like around that time, I would say. This is side content you don't want to miss. Trust me when I say this.
All right, got it. So in the sci-fi world here, are there references to Akira?
Yes.
To Tron?
Yes.
2001?
No.
Total Recall?
No.
Blade Runner?
Ish.
Star Wars Rogue One's best character, Senator Vaspar?
I'm not a Star Wars fan. I hardly know who that is, to be honest.
It's your brother, man.
Oh, my brother that made that character. Okay, sure.
There is no hope.
Yeah, Star Wars, that's my favorite Tale of Two Sons, personally.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's not that perfect. Okay, so fantasy, sci-fi, any other settings in this game, or is it just those two?
Those two.
Are there any levels taking place in reality?
Yes and no.
So there's crossplay across different consoles with this game?
Yes.
So it's like you buy a copy on Xbox, and you get a code, and somebody on PlayStation can play with you? That's the way it works?
Yes, that's the way it works.
So you're technically, if you're playing on Xbox, you're seeing PlayStation gameplay on half your screen?
Technically, yes.
Are you going to see the other consoles' UI prompts, like button prompts?
No, that's a good question. No, I haven't tested it myself, so I don't know.
Do you have more game ideas or movie ideas?
Game ideas, for sure.
Do you have a list of movie ideas as well, though?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Okay. I will make a movie in the future when I find the time.
You like acting, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. Bring, 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 bring.
Hello?
Yeah, hey, it's me, Neil Druckmann, with two N's, Joseph. You know, from like the Game Awards after parties and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Hey, could you make a co-op Jack and Daxter game for PlayStation?
Well, Neil, you know how much I love you, man, but no, I'm sorry. I got too many cool ideas coming up.
Come on, do this one for Neil, for the N-Dog. Come on, man.
We can talk about it. We'll see. But I think it's going to be hard because there's so much great stuff at Hazelight. You know what's happening, by the way.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Okay, cool. All right. Thanks, man. Bye.
Yeah, you too, man. Take care.
Are you kind of acting during interviews, you think, to help sell your game?
No, there's only one version of me like this, and it's always like this and will always be.
You teased that you were creating a new IP a while ago by just having like the first letter and the last letter of the name Split Fiction. Somebody guessed that it was going to be called Saddam Hussein. One person got it correct. K. Uyang. Go ahead, Joseph. Tell him what he won.
A big thank you hug when I see you next time.
You're never going to see K.
If you see me in the future, just tell me. I'll sign you a copy of the game.
Rank your games.
I couldn't really do it, no.
Come on, you can do it if you had to. If you
come
had
on,
to.
man. It's really hard. I would put Split Fiction number 1. Then I would put A Way Out and It Takes Two on the same and Brothers the last. But on the other hand, Brothers can be the last because that's just such a great game as well. But let's go with that for now.
So It Takes Two sold 23 million copies?
I don't fucking get it. Why? I mean, it's really weird.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. You think I would lie to you about this?
In EA's world alone, like that's more copies than every SimCity game combined.
When you do in a passion way, then it's gonna go through, I guess.
So 23 million. Could I?
Yeah.
Could I see them? Could I see the sales?
When you want to see the numbers?
And half the sales were in China, right?
For some reason, they just love our games.
Did you develop Split Fiction with the Chinese audience in mind? Were you thinking about that like, it might be half the audience again?
Absolutely not at all. No, we never do that.
Okay.
Always do what we believe in, period.
What happens when a game sells 23 million copies? Rough math, that's like $500 million. Is that money just going into Split Fiction? Is that money going to EA's pockets? Is that money going to bonuses for the team? Like what happens when a game is that successful?
It's a combination of everything. New project, bonuses. We have really great bonuses at Hazelight.
Obviously, shout out to the full Hazelight team. Do you have like 3 MVPs from this project in development you want to shout out?
No, man. No, man. It's a fucked up team in a good way. I love them all.
Who's the most fucked up in a good way?
I mean, I guess I'm the most fucked up one at Hazelight.
Other than you, Joseph, for once. Other than you.
Other than me, I would say everybody's fucked up in a good way at Hazelight. It's really lovely.
You can't name one other person on the team?
I would say one, but I know he's very sensitive of having his name out there. I think he knows who he is.
How big is the team?
We're around 80.
During the big acquisition boom, who most wanted to buy Hazelight?
Well, I can't talk about, but there's definitely been interest out there. But Hazelight is not for sale. I mean, we will always do what we do, and we love what to do, period.
Independent.
And we will never be on the stock market as well. Get that in. It will never happen. And we will never have microtransaction, no bullshit, no shit, no shit. Just make games, period.
No shit, just fucking shit. That's the idea.
Yeah, fucking shit without fucking up.
So, we can actually create like a 3-player game right now. It's kind of like a co-op experience if you want to try.
Sorry, come again?
Hey, viewer, person watching this. Quick, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. We're drowning. The rooms are filling with water. Come on, Joseph.
Sure, whatever.
What was Split Fiction's codename?
Split?
But you always knew the name was going to be Split Fiction?
No, not at all.
What was the runner-up name?
Worlds Apart.
Okay.
It's really generic. It's not that good.
So the game technically has a new art director and a new lead level designer, right?
We have actually art director coming from the actual team up, and the same with the lead level design. So it just felt natural.
Was it about the same budget as It Takes Two?
No, almost double the budget.
Really?
Yes.
Where does that money go?
But look at the game, man. Are you kidding me? Look at the game.
You said you wanted to make a documentary about game development the couple times that we did interviews with Tim Schafer at MinnMax here and Game Informer and stuff. So where is it? Why haven't you made that documentary about game development?
We were close to having someone make a documentary, but I will try to catch up on that again.
The documentary could win an Oscar.
Yeah, who knows? And then we would say, the Oscar.
Are you sick of bringing that up, by the way?
Just people ask about it all the time. I'm fine. I mean, it doesn't really bother me at all, to be honest.
The Oscars, you know? The Oscars!
Whose idea was it to put that Easter egg in It Takes Two with you all saying yours?
Yeah.
Are you happy with a 4-year development cycle?
3.5 is even better. 3 to 4 years is perfect.
Were you able to track like where most people stop playing It Takes Two?
I think after the 3 level, even if It Takes Two has, I think, over 50% of completion, which is, I think it's still sad, but yes.
When you played Astrobot, where you're like, I could have made this.
I really love playing that game. But yeah, we could have made this at Hazelight.
Did you have a favorite ability?
The beginning was the best. The variation felt more smoother, and then it went on a little bit different later of the game.
Is there a completely different genre that you feel like Hazelight would kick ass at if they ever tried it?
Oh yeah, without spoiling the future, you will see what I mean soon.
So the next game is going to be a genre jump.
Who knows? Hazelight's all about co-op and will always be part of our DNA. But the first game, Brothers, is a single player, and who knows in the future what will happen.
You've described yourself as a cocky guy. Does your cockiness have a limit? Is there any threshold up top?
No, there is no. There's this extreme confidence there that I can't just, I can't help to feel.
Have you ever gotten your ass kicked because you're too cocky?
Never.
Really?
No.
I'm not going to kick it. I'm just wondering.
Who's going to kick my ass, man? Who's going to do it?
So how good is Split Fiction?
Extremely good.
Is it better than Shrek 2, the co-op game?
Are you kidding me now?
It's a good game, man. Give it a whirl.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I can guarantee you it's better, yes.
Is it better than Cookies and Cream?
Yes.
Is it better than Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures?
Yes.
Is it better than Halo 3?
Yes.
Is it better than Super Metroid?
On Super Nintendo?
That's right.
It's the same level.
Is it better than The Last of Us?
Okay, Last of Us I think is better game, yes.
Okay, Tetris.
That's more like a gimmicky game. That's not it's a game with one mechanic, but that's it, you know. You can't compare Tetris to Split. That wouldn't be fair.
Is it better than the Bible?
Oh, I haven't read the Bible, so I don't know.
It's only sold like 19 million copies. It's not really relevant.
Oh, really? Okay.
Other than your own games, do you have a favorite co-op game?
Resident Evil 5.
Can you imagine pouring like this much work into a game and then it comes out and just nobody plays it or talks about it? Because that stuff happens every week to developers.
Would be the saddest thing ever.
Yeah.
Saddest thing ever.
Should Hazelight fans watch one of your films?
Yeah, why not?
Which one?
I think Cops would fit the best.
Do you hate the Oscars because they didn't recognize that one scene from Cops?
That's exactly that, yes.
Which studios passed on making Brothers back in the day?
DICE and Avalanche. I went to both of them and presented it, and they said no.
Do you think they regretted it?
I think so, yeah.
How soon did you have the ending of Brothers in mind?
Day one.
Bling, 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 bling.
Hello?
Hey, baby doll, it's EA head honcho Andrew Wilson here. Can you make a new Army of Two game for us?
What's up, Andrew? No, man, I there's too many ideas here.
Army of Two.
Andrew, you know me, my man. You can't tell me what to do.
All right. Oh, sorry. Disney's calling. Gotta go. Bye.
Yeah, man, take care.
So you said you'd rather cut off one of your limbs than ever play a version of Brothers in co-op. But then the remaster added co-op.
Yeah, but I wasn't involved in the remaster.
Did it drive you nuts?
I didn't have the time, to be honest.
So in a Game Informer interview back in the day, you promised $1,000 to anybody who got bored while playing It Takes Two. Did anybody try to take you up on that?
Oh, yeah, we had some follow-ups, but I don't think they meant it.
So you didn't send any money out to anybody?
No, nobody really meant it. You know it. It's just like a trolls, I think.
How much are you offering for Split Fiction if somebody gets bored?
Let's say $10,000.
Because of inflation, like you gotta jack it up?
Yeah, you gotta follow up.
Do you ever read quotes from yourself in the past and go like, oh, Christ, man, cool it?
You know what? I don't read so much about myself in general.
In 2019, you tease your next game by saying, quote, you will be like, what the fuck? What? It's gonna be like that. You're gonna get fucked every 30 minutes. It's not a sex game, but you're gonna get fucked. Trust me. You're talking about It Takes Two.
Yo, that sounds like It Takes Two, man.
They barely kiss in that game.
But you do get f***ed for every time. I mean, f***ed in a good way.
In 2012, you said, quote, I playtested Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons this morning and I busted so hard.
I don't understand. Busted?
I just made that up. It's not important.
Okay. I don't even know what that is.
Did somebody tell you that Explosions sell games based on the trailers? Because both the reveal trailer for It Takes Two and Split Fiction are like, look at these explosions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
Did I mention the big explosion?
We sure cause a lot of explosions.
But yeah, it's a good trailer material, I guess.
So who deserved it more, do you think? Zeus in God of War 3 or the elephant in It Takes Two?
Zeus in God of War 3.
Okay, smart, yeah. Did you ever talk to your therapist about that elephant scene?
No, for me, it's a very funny scene, actually.
So a while ago, it was announced that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was going to produce an It Takes Two movie, and the writers from the Sonic movies were going to write this thing. It sounds like something that could happen.
Yeah, but you know, Hollywood, there's a lot of talk and not so much walk.
Do you think it's dead?
I don't know, to be honest. And to be honest, I don't really care anymore.
If you had to make a sequel to one of your games, which one would you choose?
Probably Takes Two.
You think you'll ever do it?
Who knows, man? You never know the future of Hazelight.
Okay, so the tease is that the next game is going to be a single-player sequel to It Takes Two. Do
Never said that, but sure.
you have any criticisms of Split Fiction now that you're done with it?
Not really.
Wow, perfect game.
Exactly. Perfect game.
All right, it's your last chance to say something hyperbolic about Split Fiction.
Get ready to enjoy one of the greatest games you've ever played.
Do you think it's winning the Game Awards for 2025?
Ooh, not if GTA 6 comes out.
Do you have any trash talk for GTA 6 or anything to scare them away?
I love GTA, so I would love it to come out.
And you'd love for it to kick Split Fiction's ass at the Game Awards.
That's fine. That's fine. That's how much I love it.
If you thought, hey, this video wasn't bad, well, there's a whole lot more like it on MinnMax's YouTube channel. Please help us out by subscribing to our channel and checking out the MinnMax Show podcast, also available on your favorite podcast app, the best, most thorough discussion about games on the internet with the deepest dive, our monthly community trivia show with prizes called Trivia Tower, and a whole lot more. Thanks so much for your support, everybody. All you gotta do is click that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it.